Hello everyone, welcome back. So yesterday we have learned how to create an Excel workbook using Python. We saw how Python can help us store and organize data in Excel automatically. As mentioned yesterday, in today's session we are going one step further. Instead of storing data in Excel files, we will learn how data is stored and managed in a database. In today's session, we will use the PostgreSQL, which is really a popular database system and it is using in real world applications. Yesterday, I have shared you the download link. I hope that you all have downloaded and installed it in your system. In case not, then and if you are interested to know how the PostgreSQL or the database actually works, so you can install it and you can watch this video later. First thing first, let's open the pgadmin4. So if you have installed the PostgreSQL, so definitely the pgadmin4 is already available and you can search it pgadmin4. Till the time the pgadmin4 is loading for us, so you might have a question. So why I have asked to install the PostgreSQL and I'm asking to access the pgadmin4, right? Like it is mentioned that it is a management tool for PostgreSQL. So what exactly it is? The PostgreSQL is the actual database engine, right? Where the pgadmin4 is a graphical management tool. We are using it to interact with the PostgreSQL. In short, the PostgreSQL stores and processes the actual data. And the pgadmin4 help us manage the data, the queries that we are using, and to visualize that data through the user-friendly interfaces. Once you open the pgadmin, so you'll be able to see in your left hand side, right? So there is the servers. So click on it. You'll be able to see the database. The two actually denotes like how many databases are already existing. So there are the two. One is this menu data and the Postgres. So that's why it is just nothing but the count. So if you wanted to create a new database, just right click, create, and a database. Let's have a database that we are going to create for books. Okay, so let's have a name of bookstore. Okay, just simple bookstore and then click on save. So our database is created. So this is not just the only way of creating database. We also can use the query to create the database as well. To do that, you just have to click on the tools at the top, tools, and then click on the query tool. So we are creating a database, right? So just type create and then database and just give any database name. So let's say query database, right? So let's see it gets creates or not. So simple execute the query. So just come here and refresh. Here it is, query database. So you just click on it and um, it will be accessible. Okay, so this is not just the only way of creating database. So you can create database using the query as well. I hope that creating database part is clear. Now we have the database created. The next thing we have to do is we have to create a table inside that database, right? So we have the bookstore database created, right? So now we have to create a table. Now the tables are available under schemas, right? So inside the schema, you'll be able to see the table. And apart from the table, you'll be able to see there are so many stuffs are there, right? So you might have a question. So we are talking about the database. Now the schema came into the picture. Now the tables are also came into the picture. We are also able to see a lot of things are there. So what exactly the all those stuffs are? Um, the basic components are the database, right? So if just consider the database as a school. So if you are a school student, if you are going to a school, so just consider the database as a school. Okay. And when we are talking about the schemas are like the classrooms. Okay. And the tables are like the students are available in that classroom. Like that way, you just think the relation between the database schema and the tables. And the tables uh, is where the actual data are stored, right? So it is looks um, like an Excel sheet, right, with rows and columns and everything. So I have created some example um, database yesterday just for the session. So if I'm just going to see how it looks like. So it is like this. So it resembles like an Excel sheet, right? So we have created the database. So inside that, it is completely blank, right? So we have to create a table. So let's create it. Create table, and then let's name it as book details. And inside that, we will require to have some other headers, right, of the table. The first one, let's say book ID, and it should be um, our serial numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, and it should be our primary key. Okay. The next one, we need like the book names. Let me fast forward it. So I just completed it. So basically, what I did is I just have given a few more headers like the book name, the purchase price, the selling price, discount price, and profit. The book names are the names, right? So it's having some alphabetical characters. So that's why I have given the VARCHAR, and I have given 100. So max to max, the character count can be 100, and rest of the things are the numbers. So numeric I have given. Okay. So let's just select and run. Let's see what happens. So we shouldn't do this. Okay. So I have that book details is created. Okay. Now the book detail is completely blank, right? So if you just go ahead and see it, so it only have the headers. It do not have the details of it, right? So it do not have anything apart from this. So let's have some data added. Let me hit enter. How we can add some other data? So what we are going to do, we are inserting some data, right? Insert where? Inside those headers, right? So insert into, and and then we in which table? So the book details table, right? Book details, and then in which order we wanted to insert those details, in the order of all those, right? The book ID you can copy paste simply, and it should be comma separated like this way. Okay, so let me just copy paste and come back. By that we will be able to save a little bit of time. Okay, the okay, so we are inserting into the book details table. Inside the book details we are having couple of headers. uh, Within those headers we are adding our values, right? So values. So how our values will be like, hit enter, and then inside first bracket we will add, let's say, a book, right? We don't know what book, so let's have like this: book A. Okay, book A, book B, right? Like this way we are going to create. um so the first thing is the purchase price, right? So let's say it is 200 rupees, and then the selling price, let's say 300 rupees, and then the discount percentage, maybe 10%. Okay. And then um, we are giving discount on 300, right? It should be 70 rupees. Why am I having extra spaces? I don't need that. And then let's say B, and then go to end, give a comma, and then let's say 100. It is a purchase price. Let's say we are selling it for rupees, let's say 200, and we are having the discount, let's say 10%, so 20 rupees, right? So discount is 20 rupees, so 180. 180 minus 100 is 80 rupees, right? Fine. So like that way, we can just list it down as much as possible, and then once we are done, just click on this button. So it is created. So um, we can come here like the way we are doing, like view edit details, and it is not the only way. So the easiest way, I would say, just say select and then give a asterisk from which table? The table is book details, right? So book details. That's it. Now just run this specific query. So you'll be able to see what is there, right? So our details are getting added. So you are now understanding, right? How we are creating a database, how we are creating a table, um, and how we can add the headers inside that table, and how we can update the table details. So let's stop for the day here. I will create another part where we will see, right, like, all the times what we are doing, we are just calculating by our mind, right, like, 300 10% of 300 is 30 rupees, and then we are minus that from 300, and then minus the purchase price. Out of that, we are finding out the profit and adding it. So this is not the realistic way how we are calculating stuff in real world scenario. So in our next session, we will talk about the functions that we can use. Right. So we will talk about the functions, and we will talk about the procedures. So these are the two things that we are going to discuss in our next session. So if you haven't installed database as of PostgreSQL, so it is a free. So please download it if you are interested, and just try all those. So let me just copy those details, how you have created, right? So copy all those details and put it in the description of this video. With that note, thank you so much. Give a comment if you like the way we are moving forward. If you have any suggestions, please add your suggestions in the comment. Thank you so much, and have a good rest of the day. I promise tomorrow we will go with the functions and the procedures. Okay, that would be more interesting. Thank you. Bye bye.